What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another video. Today we have some great topics and news to go over, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we are starting off with a little bit of this fake outrage of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and allow me to explain myself when I say the fake outrage. There's a reason why the Pokemon Company decided to announce multiple Pokemon games when they had their big event. They announced Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is essentially Pokemon Go for the Nintendo Switch, but then they also announced that we'll be getting a mainline core Pokemon game with all the bells and whistles that you're used to, wild battles and all of that, next year in 2019 on the Nintendo Switch. There is a very calculated reason why they announced that, because they knew that people, especially longtime fans, might not be happy with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee if that was the next game announced and there wasn't anything else. So they intentionally made sure to announce the next year's core Pokemon title. Yet that hasn't stopped people from complaining that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee don't have things that the mainline core Pokemon game that is coming next year are going to have. I don't understand the thought process. Do people want the same exact game 2 years in a row? There's a reason why Pokemon Go is as popular as it is and what it's doing. It's a different style of game. It's not meant to actually do the same things. That's what they're trying to emulate over for the Nintendo Switch with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And they're actually making it more in-depth than Pokemon Go on the smartphones. One of the things that I saw when Pokemon Go was first announced, like, okay, well, what about something for the Nintendo Switch? What about something for the mainline systems that kind of has this cool aspect of it? The fact that the Pokemon Company actually said, okay, not only are we going to give you Pokemon Go for the Nintendo Switch and actually add some features to it, but we're also going to give you a mainline core Pokemon game that's going to have everything that you're expecting and all of that in 2019, so not far from now. I don't understand why there's any type of outrage at all. To me, they're different styles of games. One of them is a spin-off and is not a mainline game. The other one is the mainline core game. Now, of course, the game is emulating in terms of Pokemon Yellow, a mainline game, but it's pretty clear based on what the Pokemon Company has said, what Masuda has said, and everybody from there, that this isn't the core mainline Pokemon game, and this is more of an introduction, something that you can play with your family, or if you just want to relax and have a little bit more of a light Pokemon experience, it's there for you. And I'm looking back at the history of Pokemon spin-offs and the history of Pokemon side games, and to me, this game is a lot more exciting, a lot more in-depth, and a lot better than what they've done before. Because remember, guys, we used to get games like Hey You Pikachu, and I think that game even got a sequel or something like that. We used to get spin-offs like that on main Nintendo home systems like the N64, or even like the 3DS or DS. They had the Pokemon Ranger games or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. There was all sorts of different style of games that, in my opinion, don't stack up to what Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are doing when it comes to offering elements and different things. So I don't really see what the problem is with this game at all. It looks like to me to be a companion piece to get more Pokemon Go players over to the system. And of course, Pokemon Go has been wildly successful. It's making tons of revenue for Niantic and the Pokemon Company, so I don't see why this game would be a bad option to have as a 1-2 punch. With this game, obviously you can get it done quicker, so it's going to come out sooner, and then next year that gives them more time to get all of the Pokemon in there and make the best Pokemon experience that they could make. Remember, guys, the Nintendo Switch is still not that old. It just launched in March 2017, so they don't want to rush through that next core mainline Pokemon game either. So I'm seeing people that are upset or that are mad or that are complaining about this and why it doesn't have the same elements as the game that you're getting next year. I'm just writing it off as fake outrage, considering that the Pokemon Company announced that game, the core mainline game for 2019, just so you guys could be happy about that. So I don't really see the problem at all. You get 2 games instead of 1 game. So what do you guys think about this fake outrage when it comes to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? And by the way, this game's still going to sell a gazillion copies. It doesn't matter about the fake outrage, to be honest. This game is still going to kill it. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving into the next topic here. Warlocks II Godslayers launches in October for the Nintendo Switch and PC, and it'll come Q1 2019 for the PS4 and the Xbox One. And publisher Fat Dog Games and developer Frozen District recently announced. Now here's a little bit of an overview about this game. It actually looks pretty cool. So Warlocks II Godslayers is a humorous action RPG game with online and local co-op for up to 4 players. Challenge the vile gods and dethrone them in this action-packed hack and slash experience with wizards and meteor showers. Godslayers is a brand new story where our titled warlock now needs to face the gods themselves, as apparently perishing the shadow monsters have angered them to say the least. The Order of Warlocks has been called to challenge the gods and dethrone them from their obnoxious mighty positions. Here are the core features of the game: awesome pixel art with hand-drawn animations, fresh hack and slash experience in both local and online co-op, enemies have their own skill sets and work together to take you down, special familiar slot for your character with evolutions, giant bosses waiting to get slayed, tons of randomly generated loot waiting for you to pick them up. You have that fresh hack and slash experience like they talked about, rich and interesting world, exploration, and atmosphere. And here are some of the less exciting features list. So 3 very different worlds, each with mid-world boss and a final boss. Over 40 varied enemies, each with a skill set and behavior of its own. Single player mode, local co-op, and online co-op for up to 4 players. Procedurally generated side quest loot with different rarity tiers and special suffixes, and enemy setup on levels. 5 playable characters, each introducing a different playstyle. All the skills from characters' skill trees have additional upgrades that you can unlock, adding new utility to your favorite spells. I wouldn't say that's less exciting in terms of that. That is the mechanics and the depth of the game. I like when developers talk about that. So Warlocks 2, this is an interesting franchise because I've never heard of the first one, never heard about it at all, but even more interesting that it's actually coming to PC and Nintendo Switch before it hits the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I'm thinking that they want to capitalize on the indie Switch movement. These type of pixelated hack and slash type of games tend to do really well on the Switch because essentially you are getting the portable version and you're getting the home console version, whereas on the other consoles they don't tend to do as well. So I can see them prioritizing the Nintendo Switch version along with the PC for this style of game. But it definitely looks interesting. I have not played the first one, so maybe I'll check that out on Steam. It's going to be launching in October, so not too far away here, and I like that there's online and local co-op. I don't think there's enough hack and slash games that you can play with your friends. There are a number of hack and slash games, but there's a lot of local co-op and stuff like that. So I'm glad that we're actually seeing a number of games come out on PC and even on Switch to where you can play like a hack and slash experience with your friends, or like an action RPG experience with your friends. We also have Dragon Marked for Death. That's another game, action RPG, that you can play with your friends, local and online co-op. So that's awesome stuff to hear. I'm glad that they're bringing this one over. So what do you guys think about Warlocks 2 Godslayers coming out for the Nintendo Switch and PC this October and Q1 2019 for PS4 and Xbox One? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the final topic here, Guacamelee II launches on August 21st. So Guacamelee II will launch officially for the PlayStation 4 and the PC via Steam on August 21st for $19.99, developer Drinkbox Studios has announced. PlayStation Plus users will receive a 20% discount for pre-ordering the game. Over at the PlayStation blog, Drinkbox Studios lead writer Gary Corvio, and I probably said that wrong, shared more information about what makes the sequel better than the first game. You have more chicken. The power of Pollo reigns supreme throughout Guacamelee 2. Small tunnels to traverse, turn into a chicken and strut right on through. Giant purple block in your way, Pollo shot, and smash that bad boy to bits. Wait, what's this? An orange block? Smash it with the expertly executed Pollo slide. Pollo shot against bouncy walls and ricochet yourself a rapid path to freedom. Experience the full glory of Pollo glide by using air currents to reach unprecedented heights. But what if an entire fabric of Mexiverse is at risk for collapsing in on itself? No problem. Stumble upon a secret society of prophetic chickens and prove your worth. Could Juan be the fabled chicken man? As you well imagine, these new chicken moves just aren't for busting your way through exotic new locations. Pollo combat is frantic, furious, and fabulous. There's also a number of other things, guys. They talk about how to train your luchador. As we are making Guacamelee 2, it occurred to us that all the new abilities we were adding would require an extensive training for players to properly master, so we recruited a batch of mostly competent content and somewhat knowledgeable characters to fill the role. So there's some nice upgrades there. You also have a bigger game than ever before. Guacamelee II is an epic adventure that can be experienced alone or cooperatively with up to 3 of your closest amigos. Explore hundreds of new platforming and combat challenges, new abilities such as Eagle Boost, Rocket Kick, and Gotcha! So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff here, guys. You can check out more information, link in the description below when it comes to the key features, the multiplayer, all of the world, and all of that. Tons of cool stuff. So what do you guys think about Guacamelee 2? I think that the first game was actually pretty cool. I played it on the Wii U, so I'm looking forward to maybe checking this one out at some point. I think it'll come over to other systems like the Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch. I think they're just trying to get the PC and the PlayStation 4 versions out first, and then they'll come to other things later down the line, just like Guacamelee, the original, did. So I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be a good game, and Drinkbox, they've done a fantastic job with this franchise. So what do you guys think about Guacamelee 2 and all the different topics that we discussed here today? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.